Is you around? Chris. Sorry, buddy. You might know this gentleman. He made big news.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anyways, Chris, thank you. By the way, Chris will be laying the wreath. He will be taking back this monument for all Canadians and all veterans. And I know I don't speak for all veterans, but I'm speaking for the men that were here. It's all for Chris. Thanks, buddy.
There we go, that's a bit better. Get my glass off so I can see you all. First, I would like to extend a huge thank you to Neil and his team for organizing this and allowing me to speak. I would also like to thank you all for being here today and taking part in this wreath-laying ceremony. This will allow us to give back the dignity to our fallen that was unfairly taken away from us. And not just the veterans, but all Canadians deserve access to be able to pay their proper respects whenever they are able to and so choose. The National War Memorial is a cenotaph symbolizing the sacrifice of all Canadian Armed Forces personnel who have served Canada in wartime in the cause of peace and freedom, past, present, and future. I would also like to add that seeing the size of the crowd here today, even with the many attempts to deter us at the last minute, is overwhelming. Thank you all. All of you are here today to help restore and give back peace to this memorial. You are all true patriotic Canadians, and I love all of you. When we all look back at these times, you will all know where you stood. And as veterans, we stand with you. It is important as Canadians that we remember those who have fought and been injured or killed for our freedoms that we enjoy today. I would love to take the opportunity to honor my brothers that never made it home. This is not to take away from the fallen in the past, but to allow me my chance to honor them in a way that I never could. Starting with our crew commander, Corporal Thomas Hamilton. Rear Sentry Hatch, Private John Kerwin. And Lav Driver, Private Justin Jones. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I have been worried the past 2 years. I have been scared. I've cried, felt hopeless. The feeling of our future is slipping away day by day. I didn't like what I was seeing. Families pitted against each other, neighbors against neighbors, husbands against wives, friends no longer speaking, suicides, overdoses, spousal abuse, child abuse. It doesn't end. The hurt we are feeling is profound. The division we are experiencing is a coordinated attack on all of us. And the pain we all feel for our country, for our kids, and for humanity is palpable. The convoy in Ottawa was a glimmer of hope and a chance to heal after 2 years of nonsensical dictating coming from our government and spouted out from the media. The organizations that we have once trusted have been corrupted. We have been bombarded with lockdowns, physical distancing measures, and other protocols that just don't work. Yet they say, follow the science. The Canadian people deserve their government be transparent with them. I was there in Ottawa, along with many of you. I was there with my veteran family to support the front lines of what was deemed a peaceful, lawful protest by a judge. It was not unlawful like the media would like to tell you. Why else would veterans and the Canadian people stay in the streets of Ottawa during the coldest months of the year? The people wanted the government to come and listen to their concerns. And did they? No! What did they do? The government, police, and other officials used exceptional powers to assault their law-abiding, peaceful citizens into submission. I would know. I was one of them. On February 18th, I stood with our people to protect what was a loving, peaceful, lawful protest. On February 18th, I displayed my sacrifice medal to all the officers in which I and only 1,000 Canadians have earned. On February 18th, I talked to police officers to explain who we were, why we were there, and what we were doing. And on February 18th, around 12:45, I was dragged down, kicked in my back, kneed in my side, punched in my face multiple times while my hands were up. My hands were zip-tied behind my back, and I was treated like a criminal. I was held in a processing line for 2 hours with my hands tied behind my back in minus 20-degree weather. I have chronic pain. I was not allowed to kneel. I was not allowed to sit, and I was denied my medication in order to comfort my duress. Afterwards, myself and the other peaceful citizens were thrown out of the city like garbage and told not to return to our nation's capital. And that's why I had to be in Ottawa that day. I sacrificed my broken body to awaken the veteran community and Canadians alike. The Canadian people need to know that if the state is willing to do this to an injured, law-abiding veteran, then it won't matter who you are. We need to come together and bring only peace. And this is where Veterans for Freedom arises. There is a movement called V4F, which stands for Veterans for Freedom. It is a grassroots movement comprised of Canadian Armed Forces veterans who are mobilizing a nationwide movement of peaceful, lawful, civic action. We join our brothers and sisters across this country to restore fundamental freedoms for all Canadians and to honor our fallen who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We need members. We need them now. We're growing at a rapid pace. 1 minute. If you or anyone you know has served your country but feel like you have more to give, please email us today at veterans4freedom.ca. Wherever evil is lurking, peace is always there to follow. Be well and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, all these amazing organizations were born from the February weekend. Veterans for Freedom, Freedom Fighters Canada. There's freedom groups popping up all over the country, impossible to track, right? We are everywhere.